Alright, so this is Price Tag by Jessie J. Really cool sort of R&B guitar riff. I just decided to go ahead and make a jam track for this lesson as well. That'll be available in the app that you can go ahead and try the main riff on that I'm going to show from the song, and then also you can mess around with jamming on some F major pentatonic riffs. And I was going to just kind of show a little bit about what I was doing there as well. So to play that main riff to Price Tag, what you want to do is just put your pinky right here on the 13th fret of the high E and B string. Now that gives you a double stop. That's when you play two notes at once. Kind of gives you that sort of twangy R&B sound. Then your index finger is just going to sit right here on the 10th fret of the D and G strings. And the way I was starting the riff off was just plucking the D and G together and then sort of focusing my strum on the higher strings. And then you have a little chica strum at the end there, so you've got. Okay, so for the next move we're going to go to a chord voicing that's reminiscent of an A minor chord. You're just going to go like this. You're going to hammer your ring finger from 12th fret of D to 14th fret of D. So your index finger's holding 12th fret of D. Then you're going to bar all four of those strings, the D, G, B, and high E. And your middle finger is going to go ahead and sit on that 13th fret of the B string. And then again the same strum pattern there. And let me just do that strum pattern just a little slower so you can kind of see what's going on there. One more time. Alright, so here's what we've got so far. Remember, index finger 10th fret on the D and G, and your pinky 13th fret of the B and high E. Let's try that one more time a little slower. Okay, for the next move, we're going to take this shape. So remember, our middle finger is kind of holding that 13th fret of the B string to kind of make this sort of triangular shape we've got here. We're going to slide it down 2 frets, but then just take our middle finger off. And this makes a D minor chord. But instead of just going right into it, we're going to do that hammer again. I like to add that little hammer. So try that one more time. So try that one more time. Okay, one last one a little slower. And the more you focus on the higher 2 strings when you're strumming all this stuff, I think it just sounds a little better and a little cleaner if you just get more of that action than the whole chord. But it's just kind of, it's a technique that takes a little time to get the hang of, so just kind of, you know, relax and give it some time and just kind of focus most of your energy on those higher 2 strings, and you'll end up getting a really R&B, like really kind of tight sound. So that's the next chord. Now the final chord, we're just going to add our middle finger to make that triangular shape again that I was talking about. Our middle finger on the 11th fret of the B. And I do the hammer again. So those last 2 chords together would sound like this. So one more time a little slower. So let's try that all real slow once. Okay, so that's the basis for the riff. Now there's one little embellishment that's added at the end here. So let me show you kind of what happens. There's a little transitional riff you can throw in sometimes if you want. So one more time through all those chords, and then I'm going to add the little embellishment. So that was it. So all I'm doing is plucking with my index finger still barring everything, my middle finger just kind of hanging out on that 11th fret of the B. I'm just hammering my ring finger on the 12th fret and then just plucking the G and B string, gives you that voicing. And then hammering again, so we've got, and that sets you back up for this chord again, that first chord. So it'll be like, kind of get you right back in there. One more time. Now, as you can see, there's definitely ways you could be a lot more picky about what's happening. You could pluck double stops. You could pluck the D and the G, then pluck the G and B, and then pluck the D and G again, and then the D and G again. So you could be like, so you're doing, I was doing a set of 2 strings when you're plucking, or you could just pluck singles on the lowest note, so you could just, then the double stop, then a single again, and then a double to get you back into that first chord again. So, you know, that's a matter of taste and also a matter of technique and time. So go ahead and just play what you think sounds coolest there. Alright, so that whole riff is going to happen usually in sets of 2, I think, on the recording. If you want to listen to the recording and kind of figure out exactly how these riffs are placed, by all means, please do that. On this video, I just kind of did a set of 2 and then went into the second riff and did another set of 2. So let's just go ahead and try real quick the whole riff 2 times. So we've got... So that's going to set us up right there. So it's kind of like this always lands on the 1, and that kind of sets you up for that first chord.